Yo, what's up, dudes and
What's
dudeens?
up?
I am Zen Eon.
Nope, that's me. He's Captain Gimpy.
What?
He's 35 and,
I'm getting that old timers disease, man.
yeah, but he's fine. He's fine.
Eon.
He does remember what movie we watched today, right?
We went to. Okay. Yeah, I think I do.
Alright.
So, was it Dumbo?
It's not even out yet.
Oh, yeah. So, we went to go see Mary Poppins Returns.
Yep.
So rather than doing a weird futuristic time travel thing where Mary Poppins is like a modern character, we meet up with the Banks family about 20 years later when young Michael and Jane are adults. And the movie basically takes place in this scenario where Michael's wife has passed away and he's kind of lost control of his finances and he's really depressed, and Mary Poppins comes in to help him correct the sails and right the ship.
Yep.
And that's all I'm going to tell you about the plot because it's a Mary Poppins movie, and that's in common between both films, and that's because that's Mary Poppins. That's what she does. She's like Gandalf in a dress.
Pretty much coming from the sky on a kite.
She arrives precisely when she means to.
Yeah.
So, dude, rather than me droning on about the movie, I kind of want to know what you think because, get this, he's never seen Mary Poppins in his life.
Yep.
So I kind of just want to know what you think. I don't care what I think. People can read what I think in the description below, but, you know. So.
Yeah, so.
So,
well,
wait. So, have you ever heard of Mary Poppins before this?
Yes, I have.
Did you know what the character looked like?
Yeah, I did.
So,
I just was unsure about like the story and the plot.
How have you not? Okay, so this is your first time seeing a Mary Poppins movie.
Yeah.
So what'd you think?
So first of all, I think it's a celebration of the imagination. Because while I was watching the movie, I was reminded of Alice in Wonderland and how logic is turned upside down. And one of the things I was thinking about in that movie was it's a completely whimsical, which I mean in a good way.
It's whimsy up the butt.
Yeah, it's colorful, it's imaginative, and another thing I was thinking is it's something similar to what I was thinking when we saw the Christopher Robin movie recently.
Yeah.
Is that there comes a point in our adult lives where where we lose touch with that inner child, and I think that inner child that, in my opinion, we all have goes away, and then we just think we're uncreative or that this is everything life is, like paying bills and all that crap.
Wait, it goes away?
No, we think it goes away.
Wait, then what happened to my shit? Like, it just stayed there.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, people forget. Just like Banks did.
Because they have that old timers disease. Okay, I got
No, it's because they get busy with life and all that.
Hey, it was a pun.
Yeah, so like Michael is in the plot, he just forgets, he loses touch with that inner imagination, and the movie was a nice metaphor for reconnecting with one's imagination and using art and all that to explore those emotions. I mean, that's how I looked at the movie.
Right.
Which is strange because recently I've given a lot of thought to imagination and its role in our lives.
I mean, it's an important aspect of life, for sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people lose imagination. I've literally had people tell me I can't imagine anything.
Yeah.
That's a quote from like 10 different people that I basically asked back to back in different situations over the course of a day.
Mm-hmm.
They all said, I don't know, I can't imagine anything. I'm like, what do you mean you can't imagine anything? You mean you don't think about the future? Well, yeah, I do, but that's just like bills and job and stuff, and I'm like, that's still imagining what the future is gonna be like.
Yeah.
But it just makes me sad when people say, "Oh, I can't imagine anything." I'm like, dude, get that back.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people lose because I think it's a skill.
For me, right? In addition to what you were saying, not instead of, because I
Right.
completely agree with everything you said. That's what Mary Poppins is to me. And when I rewatched it recently, when I rewatched the first film, I should say, I was reminded of how good of an example of celebrating imagination that film is. And this had that very much also. In addition, it to me, it taught something that I think is a really important lesson for kids to learn, that it's not necessarily what happens to you in life that makes the biggest difference. It's how you grow from it and choose to respond.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of scenes in there where she talks about changing your perspective rather than trying to change what happened.
Yep.
And I think that is one of the most valuable lessons that any movie can teach young kids, and it's a lesson that I did not learn until my hairline already began receding. At least learn well. So, with that being said, who was your favorite character in the movie?
Oh,
Aside
gosh.
from Mary Poppins.
Oh, man.
I know. Because I'm going to steal her because she's mine. She's mine. Okay? Can't have it.
Lin-Manuel, his character.
The lamplighter.
Yeah.
He was
I kind of deeply identified with it because that's kind of how I view myself when I'm just working.
He's a quirky dude.
Yeah, so he was very close to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, there's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for me, I've been in Michael's position. So I get why he was so angry and despondent and kind of antagonistic in the beginning of the film, aside from the fact that it's a Mary Poppins story, of course, because dynamics. But for me, I loved seeing the kids learn all of these lessons through imagination. So the three of them, three.
Yeah, there were three.
They're my favorite characters, other than Mary Poppins. If I had to choose, I can't choose one character. I'm just going to take them as a group because I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of the music in the original film, there are a lot of motifs, musical motifs, meaning like notes, like samples that were taken from the original film and remixed into new compositions.
Yeah.
So that you identify it immediately as a Mary Poppins movie, and it's really good if you like Mary Poppins. If you don't, I honestly don't know why you're watching this video. So
Yeah.
I would recommend it, but I already liked it. It was his first time.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Especially if you're a creative, you consider yourself a creative person, this is the movie.
and it will test whether or not you still remember what it's like to be a kid.
Yeah.
It really will. And to quote Forrest Gump, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys.
All right.